No just.
You want us to switch?
No, you're okay. You're okay.
All right, thanks everyone. Robbie, how are we doing back there? Good? I'll go ahead and get started with questions for Coach. Doug?
It seemed in the opening 20 minutes or so, the team had some problems trying to build out of the back to play through, and then something happened, and it became much easier. It led to the first goal, the second goal, the third goal. What was the difference in the first 20 minutes and then the last 70?
Well, I would say a couple technical errors. I don't want to give excuses to the players, but it's a new turf. It was kind of a little bit heavy, extra heavy. It's going to be fine. It's always the same process. Actually, we're very happy and blessed that our owner decides to change the field every 2 years. That's fantastic for our players. But the first time, it's always take a little bit, so especially for Stian, for Bartek, the first couple passes, Derek. But after that, I think tactically we start to understand better also the positioning of certain movements, a couple coordinated movements to get the players in good positions. But the most important thing to me was change of pace. Once we break a couple lines, we were all 4 or 5 players running towards the ball, and then that brought the energy up. And then with the first goal, we kind of closed out the half with in a positive mindset.
The third goal started deep in y'all's end of the field, played through the pressure, up with a 6-on-4 attack, I think it was. I was curious, emotionally, when you saw the team doing this, stuff y'all worked on for a long time, what was kind of going through your head?
Yeah, I was telling my coaching staff in the first half that we were okay those first 25 minutes in transition, but not in the build-up. And then the second half, I think it started to be a little bit better until, we scored the 4 goal and kind of we went down a little bit in the energy. But very happy, especially that third goal, as you said. It starts on the left, goes to the middle, breaking lines, go to the opposite side, 2v1 with Brooks and Saba running behind, and a special detail from the scouting report from Jose, our fantastic video analyst, and Rob and Diego and Eugenio about the type of crosses we needed today, and that was a big reward for us, for me. Collectively, it was exactly what we saw could have happened, and it happened. Not just the build-up, but the final third movement. I think it was pretty good, so I'm actually especially happy about that goal.
Coach, what does it say about the defense the last 2 games, only giving up 2 goals, the quality of the defense?
I would say that it's improving big time, but I'm so upset about that goal. I want clean sheets, and it was a side effect, a little bit of it seems like Brooks and Gigi were talking among each other. I don't know if they were full into it. Thiago's role to go to the guy in the near post. And then Bartek, I think, did a very good job at closing down, but it was a great goal. I have to, of course, give credit to Carles Hill, but we need clean sheets. I really love clean sheets. It could have been a great reward for a backline midfielders that did a great job. Also the attackers at pressing. So I think it was a complete game, but we should have rounded with a clean sheet.
Giakoumakis sends those 3 goals. I'm wondering what sort of conversation you had at halftime, because he was getting his chances. The service was there in the first half. He looked a little bit rushed, but then the composure was really there on every one of his finishes in the second half. So what changed between the first half and second half for him?
No, I think it's the nines is normally about how they are up here, and the mentality and the patience and believing that the chances are going to come. First half normally are close, and then second half at times start to open up more. And I think it's Gigi's confidence too. Once he started the first one, he scores the first one, the next one came, and the next one came. And I think it was a positive reward for him. He works very hard defensively, and then he was able to score a hat-trick. But again, I always say this, the team comes first. I'm very happy for him scoring 3 goals, but I'm happy because it helped us to win today. That's the most important thing. 3 points for the team, great by Giakou knows this. I care about winning, not just his individual records. Of course, I'm very happy about him scoring 3 goals, but team comes first. So very happy. It's a good reward for everyone. And good night.
Sydney and Henry, keep that down.
Where's Sydney?
Gonzalo, great win tonight. It's just going back to Gigi. You know, he's made very explicit mentions that he wants a golden boot, and you talked about the mentality that strikers need to be in. You know, if they go a few games without a goal, that kind of wears on them. How does Gigi kind of build on this, especially with Orlando coming up, especially with, you know, tough matches coming up for you all, not just here at home but on the road? How does he stay in that mentality to stay hungry for goals?
No, I think for Gigi is very clear. He has his own individual objectives, which is great. All the players should have some of those, you know, the guys that are not playing that much, they want to play more, they put certain targets. The guys with a lot of assists, they want to continue on that path and score a little bit, to hit a couple more assists than last year. It's the same with the number 9s, goalkeepers, clean sheets, you know, defenders. So I'm very happy with him having a big goal at being a golden boot. But once again, my main objective is to win the trophy, and I think Gigi understands that. Now, if he's the golden boot, I think he will help us a lot to win the trophy, but it has to be the team comes first.
Henry and Jared.
Gonzalo, 2 questions. First of all, with Giakoumakis taking that second penalty, was that an instruction from you? Was that a decision from the players? Do you know kind of what went into that decision? And my second question is about Bartosz Slisz. What do you think of his performance today? He didn't show up on the score sheet, but he did seem to be an important presence for you in midfield.
Yes, on penalty, I have to say that normally we have 1 or 2 guys that can take the penalties. We put a list there. Thiago is first. It was honestly a decision between players, which I'm okay, just because I'm a player. I know what happens. Confidence. I'm okay if they talk among themselves, and that boosts the confidence of Gigi. So I'm happy, very happy for Thiago's also humility to allow Gigi to score the goal. So that's all fine with me. Honestly, I'm not that type of coach that if I designate one, the second one for me can be for another player if that's the case and they allow it. Actually, I did that a couple of times in my career, so I'm okay with that. But again, the team comes first, right? We have to score the goals, and that's the objective. And then Bartek, I think, did a great job. I think he's been in crescendo, training sessions, games, having more confidence. I think today he did an amazing job covering a lot of ground, closing down a lot of passing lanes, regaining the ball, progressing the ball forward, fast, at times dribbling, at times passing. So I think it was a very good performance. The same I can say for almost every player, but you ask about Bartek.
Jared, the locker room's open. Jared, go ahead.
Coach, we saw Brooks Lennon tuck inside a lot last year. Today looked like he was in a more advanced position at times when he was tucked inside. What did you see from New England that kind of helped free up that position where he was able to get more advanced and find more half spaces in the attack?
Yes, it's been I don't want to say a definitive tactic that we are going to put Brooks in that space. I think what I'm very happy about today's tactical understanding from Brooks is especially that he understood when he had to stay out wide, when he had to come in the pocket, when he had to go up as a winger, and those coordinated movements between Sava and him were very difficult for New England to figure it out. I think whether the ball was on the left, at times Sava in the pocket, Brooks as a winger, at times Brooks inside, Sava out wide, and that interchange of position was very fluid in my opinion. It took a couple, 15, 20 minutes to understand that, but I think Brooks has been tactically improving a lot. And the other thing is I'm very happy that most of the time when Caleb goes, he was staying. And there was only one play where both went higher and we took a massive counterattack that I was very upset at. And then after that, I think they were much better. That understanding between fullbacks, between fullback and winger was very good. So tactically, I think it was a very good game by Brooks.
Last two in English, locker room is open. Go ahead.
Going back to mindset, how important was that first half goal and just momentum-wise for the team going into the second half?
I think it was very important, that first goal. Again, I think we started to create a little bit more chances. We started to gain more rhythm, but the goal wasn't coming, or a clear chance wasn't coming. So I was very happy about the first goal, and then obviously going at halftime with an advantage at the Benz. At times it can be tricky because you know that the opponent will have time to maybe fix a couple tactical things, bring a couple players, and if our mentality is, oh, we're at the bench, we're gonna dominate the second half, we're mistaken. So we have to take that second half very seriously. That's what the players did, and then we knew that a little bit in transition, if they start to open up, we can hit them, and we did that. So again, our style is not based on transition actions. We don't want just to park the bus and counter. That's not our style. But when the game manifested like that in this type of open games, why to say no to those transition actions when you have such a good players in transition? So I think that helped to seal the game, and we're very happy about that.
Gonzalo, I just wanted to ask about Derek Williams. I think I asked him about him before, but just what qualities does he have that's helping the team so much right now? He had a couple plays tonight where he was kind of crucial to a build-up. One of them led to a goal. Just with some kind of composed play out of the back, what is he adding to this team at this point?
I think he's very decent, very good in the build-up, understanding, the passing lanes, the aggression in his attacking actions. Probably the thing that I like the most about him is his leadership and his vocal leadership that he has with the back line. I think he's the one in charge of talking when we compress the space, when we drop back, who jumps on whom. Today he was doing a very good job, especially in the first half, on closing down Carles Gil, whether it was him or passing that responsibility to Tristan Bartek. Carles Gil didn't have a lot of opportunities from the run of play, and I think mainly because of his communication. So his communication skills are very good, and I think that's kind of the thing that I like the most about his game.
If I could just get one more in. Thiago played 90 minutes in a game where you were firmly in control. Why? Why do you leave him in for 90?
Well, we feel like Thiago is pretty robust. I think when you watch his stats since Vélez and even with us, the kid loves to play, and he knows how to play. In those type of games where we're winning for a good advantage, I think having Thiago kind of shifting over in the spaces in transition is very helpful because of his ability on the ball to create danger. So I didn't want to take that out of the team. Of course, I could have gone to someone else, but I wanted that, especially because I changed the wingers and I wanted a quality player to make those services, and that was Thiago. But normally Thiago is pretty robust to play all the games.
We'll switch to Spanish. Danilo, go ahead.
Yeah, thank you.
Coach, felicidades por la victoria. Aparte de eso, de la victoria y de los 3 goles de Gio, ¿qué es lo que más destacas del partido de hoy y qué es lo que hay que mejorar?
La energía, para mí la energía creo que fue algo que me gustó mucho, fue algo que les pedí muchísimo. Como saben, hoy hubo 67,000, 67,000. Yeah, okay. Okay, around 67,000. We are the third highest attendance in the world, which is a big privilege for all the players, for us as coaches. So I asked them energy. The energy has to come from the field to the standings, not the other way around. So I asked.
Can you please say it in Spanish?
Perdón, sí. Perdón. Les pedí que tuvieran mucha energía y que la energía tenía que fluir del campo a las gradas, y muy contento porque lo hicieron, mostraron una gran actitud y sobre todo un gran deseo de ganar. Hoy se notó que Atlanta United quería ganar y eso, después del fútbol hubo cosas muy buenas, hubo cosas que hay que mejorar. No estoy muy contento con los últimos minutos, no me gusta ceder la pelota porque sí, está bien que seamos buenos en transición, pero me gusta cerrar los partidos nosotros con la pelota, nosotros atacando, creando más oportunidades de gol, y no estoy muy contento con los últimos minutos. No estoy contento con no haber tenido el arco en cero, pero bueno, es un proceso, vamos empezando y creo que fue un buen arranque en casa.
Gonzalo, ¿cómo estás?
¿Qué tal?
¿Todo bien?
Todo bien, gracias.
Gonzalo, hoy se vio algo de lo que vos querés que se vea durante toda la temporada. Digo, un equipo intenso, con mucha transición, un equipo valiente que juega de arco a arco, con una presión alta e interesante en salida. Es un equipo con mucha dinámica que donde agarre un poco de ensamblaje es difícil de bancarlo en la liga. No es fácil soportar esa intensidad, ese ritmo. Y lo otro, recién marcabas algunas cosas que no te gustaron. Yo le vi algunas dificultades, sobre todo en el segundo tiempo, de salida con pelota, saliendo por abajo. No sé si también lo identificás.
Sí, hubo algunos momentos y sobre todo esos últimos minutos para mí fue donde cedimos un poco el control y no me gustó. Habrá que revisar el video. Me quedo con esa sensación de que en los últimos minutos, 20, 30 minutos, no supimos manejar bien la pelota. Hubo algunos momentos donde sí es verdad que rompemos muy bien sus líneas, pero al final no. Sí, es lo que me gustaría ver, un equipo que más allá del resultado demuestre que somos el equipo que más quiere ganar en la cancha. Siempre, los dos equipos siempre quieren ganar, pero nosotros ser el que demuestre con intensidad, con presión alta, con recorridos, con la pelota, tratar de cambiar el ritmo. Una vez que rompemos líneas, tener a 4 o 5 jugadores corriendo a la espalda para tratar de ganar las espaldas de los defensores, crear acciones, centros, tiros, corners, ser un equipo que domine en ataque. Hoy me gustó el equipo porque demostró eso. Después hay cosas que sí tenemos que mejorar, manejo del partido, toma de decisión, último tercio, creo que fue algo también que nos faltó. Creo que con un poquito mejor de toma de decisión pudimos haber anotado un par de goles más o más. Entonces eso habrá que mejorar, pero sí en lo general de acuerdo contigo. Tengo grandísimos jugadores también de cambio, que es importante, tener buena banca y creo que el equipo se va ensamblando bien.
Profe, felicidades, le habla Jesús. ¿Qué tan importante fue para el equipo sumar estos 3 puntos después de haber comenzado un poco flojo, y usted lo acaba de decir, que le gustó el partido de hoy? ¿Qué tan importante en la confianza del equipo para, de cara a lo que vamos a ver en la venidera temporada, ya que es una temporada súper intensa y larga?
Sí, lo dices bien y sobre todo porque no jugamos el fin de semana anterior, entonces parecía que hacía mucho que no jugábamos y a veces el sacarte la espinita inmediatamente es más fácil porque traes mucho la revancha y ahora nos duró la revancha casi que 2 semanas. Notamos en la semana los jugadores un poco hasta desesperados, como que hacía falta esa adrenalina de tener el partido el fin de semana. Es casi como arrancar y de repente te frenan el ritmo. Entonces, por supuesto que yo tenía cierta incertidumbre de cómo iba a salir el equipo, ¿no? Afortunadamente salió con mucha confianza, los goles dan confianza, las buenas actuaciones dan confianza, pero también tenemos que ir partido a partido, ¿no? Esto para mí tenemos que ir de partido a partido siendo consistentes y no porque hoy se gana, el siguiente es automático que vamos a ganar, o no porque perdemos un partido, el siguiente va a estar con desconfianza. Tenemos que ser consistentes en nuestros funcionamientos para tratar de aspirar a ganar la mayor cantidad de puntos.
Gonzalo, una más que me quedó de curiosidad nomás. Giakoumakis hizo 3 goles, 1 de penal. De los otros 2, ¿con cuál te quedás? ¿Cuál elegís? Uno se ataca muy bien los espacios, Giakoumakis ataca por atrás, sorprende ganándole la espalda a su marcador. En el otro la cuelga en un ángulo, casi que la pudre la pelota ahí. ¿Con cuál te quedás de los 2?
Me quedo con su segundo gol, el 3-0. El cuarto gol es una gran definición individual de zurda, poniéndola en el ángulo casi sin espacio. Es una gran ejecución, pero el otro fue más colectivo y siempre me quedo con el colectivo, ¿no? El talento individual nos sacará de aprietos en algunos momentos donde está cerrado y la calidad de Thiago, Xande, Saba, Gigi, Yamal, Edwin, Tyler seguramente nos sacará de aprietos en algunos momentos, pero me gustan más los goles de equipo y el tercer gol salimos de atrás, del lado izquierdo, rompiendo líneas, yendo al lado contrario, 2 contra 1 por banda, centros en las zonas que queríamos centrar, que mis asistentes y mi videoanalista detectaron muy bien y es un gol de equipo, entonces ese me gustó más.
Gonzalo, ¿cuál es el balance suyo general del partido, ese balance de este juego? ¿Y qué fue lo que usted les dijo en el intermedio para que haya ese cambio de mentalidad del equipo del primer al segundo tiempo?
Bueno, que me gustó ganar siempre gusta, juegues bien, regular o mal, siempre gusta ganar, ¿no? Es mejor corregir cuando se gana que cuando se pierde. ¿Qué más? Me gustó el accionar, la energía del equipo. Creo que todavía es perfectible, creo que todavía hay muchas cosas que podemos hacer mejor. Sobre todo a lo largo de los 90 minutos hubo inconsistencia. Creo que no hubo mucho cambio para mí, para mi gusto, no hubo mucho cambio del primero al segundo tiempo. Capaz que lo que pasó es que el partido se abrió mucho más y en transición teníamos muchos más espacios y los pudimos aprovechar, lo cual fue muy bueno. Pero también me gustó la intensidad y la energía en el primer tiempo, sobre todo los últimos minutos cerramos con muchas oportunidades de gol y sobrecargando el área del último tercio, que es algo que nos gusta mucho. Entonces mi lectura es que fue un buen funcionamiento, perfectible, hay cosas por mejorar, pero la victoria siempre es importante y bueno, ahora estamos de cara a Orlando, otro partido en casa y que bueno, podríamos ponernos ahí 6 puntos de 9, es un buen objetivo, un buen récord para empezar a escalar lugares en la tabla y bueno, nos fijaremos ese objetivo de poder el próximo domingo sacar otros 3 puntos.
Thanks, everyone. Thanks.
Yeah, thank you.